thought I'd just tell you a little bit about my experience on my first chemo day. It was March the 9th. I went in at 9:15. They had me take a lab test. I went and saw my doctor for a few moments, and then they took me into the chemo room. There were other people there taking chemo. There's just a big room with chairs, and different people in different stages of having their chemo done. And the placement of the needle in my port didn't hurt very much at all, because even though I forgot to put my medication on there to numb it, it didn't hurt at all, so that was good. And I really didn't feel much when it was going in my body. I was there about 3 hours, and while I was there, they put the Neulasta patch on my stomach. Went home feeling pretty good. The next morning I got up and went to work, 8:30 to 5. I think I stayed even later that night. Then Wednesday I got up and went to work, 9:30 to 6, and was feeling tired, but okay. And Thursday, I wasn't feeling my best, but I decided to go ahead and go in. I had the 2:30 to 9 shift. But I had not been there very long, and I realized that it was a mistake to go in. I started to feel really ill. I got a really strong salt taste in my mouth, and even though I knew I was supposed to drink a lot of water, the water didn't taste good to me, so I was having difficulty doing that. I started feeling very weak. I started to ache and have pain in my body. It was as if I had a really bad flu, and I was in a lot of pain and very exhausted, and managed to get through the night and get home and try my best to sleep what little I could. I thought whatever chemo's effect would have on me, I would be able to just power through. I've always done that before. Everything else that's ever happened to me, I just thought I could power through it, and I realized at that point I couldn't, and that I wouldn't be able to be back the next day. And so I decided to do short-term disability from my employer. And so I would sometimes get shooting pains in different parts of my body, and couldn't eat or drink anything really. Stress. I was having digestive problems Sunday, Monday, and I don't think it was until Tuesday of the next week, which was the 17th, I believe, when I woke up and felt a little bit normal. I thought a lot better than I was. Still very fatigued, but all the pain that I had experienced seemed to have dissipated. I think the most thing that I really learned was what to expect the next time I go in to have my chemo, that I'm probably going to feel fine the first couple of days, just like before, but about 3 or 4 days in, I'm going to get sick, and I know that I'm pretty much going to be in bed for the duration, for the next 5 days or so. That was my experience. I also wanted to say that the bag that I took, my first chemo, was ridiculous. You don't need all those things. It kind of depends on how long your chemo is going to last, but if you take your phone or your iPad, your computer, whatever, take a journal so you can write things down that you might want to ask your doctor or nurse, or just to put your own feelings in, and maybe some chapstick or some lotion. And really, you don't need much else, because they have provided for you all the different kinds of drinks that you can have, different snacks. They take very good care of you, so you really don't need to take that much. And surprisingly, the time went by pretty fast, and it really helps a lot if you have a partner to go with you, a buddy that they can sit with you and talk, and maybe you can watch a movie together during the treatment. All of that helps, but you don't need to take a big, huge bag like I did. So just fair warning, just take a few little things that you might want. And if you have something particular that you like to eat or drink, go ahead and take that. But they have a lot of different options for you there. So anyway, that is what my experience was with chemo. I understand that it's different for everybody. I never had any nausea or vomiting. I think they took care of that pretty well with the medication they gave me while they were giving me my chemo. And because I know I have to go back and do this 3 more times, that I'm not going to be able to work a lot. And it just so happened that the coronavirus started and everybody's at home anyway. So that's my experience. I hope nobody else has the same experience I did, but I have a feeling there's a lot of people who go through the same thing during chemo. So I will let you know if the second chemo is any different. But for now, that's it. Thanks a lot.